Get set for Thrill of the Chase returning Sunday mornings live on 7-2. Expert analysis and behind-the-scenes access will give you a close-up look at these extraordinary greyhounds. So sit back and enjoy the Thrill of the Chase on 7-2. Coming soon on Sundays.
I think for mine this weekend in the Golden Eagle, the intrigue is around Maximal. The punting is starting to tighten the market. We spoke with John O'Shea last week and it was about, I think, $13 or $15 or $17. Right now it's crunching in all the time. And John O'Shea joins us. John, now the horse has made his move from Canterbury to Randwick, your stable. How's he doing?
Yeah, no, we're very happy with him, Andrew. He's actually settled in well at Randwick. I was a bit concerned, having to move him twice. But no, he's really enjoyed his time. He's a really cool dude of a horse and not much phases him. And he seemed to settle in really well since he's been here.
Has he done work at Randwick this morning?
Yeah, no, he worked on the outside of the course proper. He worked beautifully. He's got a really efficient action. He does his work very easily. And he just straight up the running without sort of burning turf too much. But whatever he does it really, really easily, and he was pretty happy with himself after his work.
You're learning all the time around him as well. He's been here for tick over 2 weeks. But in that time, John, have you been in some way surprised just how good he is as a horse?
Well, the transition has been interesting to follow, Andrew, in that he sort of made a dramatic improvement each week, and post his jump out on Fridays really, it was a good thing for him to have because he's really jumped into the bridle and he's really sharpened up as a result of it. So, I think we couldn't be happier where we got him.
We saw the back shot of that barrier. I'm not too sure. I haven't seen vision of how they all got out, those international horses. How did he go?
Yeah, he was very good. He just dropped in and then sort of rounded him up. And there was a horse, Annabelle's, there that sort of cracked on, but we were using the furlong marker as our winning post there. And so he zipped home nicely. Good turn of speed, holds the position good, travels well. So, yeah, no, I think if he can draw well, he's a horse that'll travel in the first 4 or 5 on Saturday, and I think that'll open up a few options for him,
The Sydney weather, they're saying the next couple of days are okay and maybe only a shower or 2 on Friday and Saturday. So Rose Hill, with not a lot of racing, should be near perfect, shouldn't it?
Well, I think it'd probably be similar to Saturday. Andrew, we had 4 or 5 mils of rain on Thursday night in Sydney at Randwick, and the ground on Saturday was just outstanding. So, I think you probably get similar ground to that at Rosehill this week. It obviously hasn't had a lot of traffic and a bit of rain just to settle the dust, and should have perfect ground on Saturday.
Now, his last start was at Newmarket in early July, and he got shaded by a horse called a451f4ba471141e396eaed, who we've seen race since then, as I think it was last weekend. This form line that Maximal's been racing through sort of gets better every weekend.
Yeah, no, that was one of the reasons we sort of identified the horse. He raced very well at Ascot, and then prior to that had been unlucky. Well, not unlucky, but he got nailed by Hurricane Lane, who we've all seen go and win the St Ledger, win the Irish Derby, etc., etc. So, and then they thought they were going to give him a nice easy kill at Newmarket in a listed race, and he ran into a451f4ba471141e396eaed. So. And he's generally regarded, he is the best miler in Europe by a furlong. So, it's just a little unfortunate. His record probably should be a bit better than what it is. And, but they're the 2 best horses in 3-year-olds in Europe. And he's had to run into them on a few occasions. So, we're really happy with him. I think he's a horse that's going to fit in here nicely. There's so many options for him. I can't wait till we, have a run Saturday, give him a break, and then come back in the autumn. Once he's had this bit of a look at Randwick, I think he'll just settle in here beautifully next season. And like I say, there's so many options for a horse like him.
I'm now looking at a Bet365 market that has Maximal at $7 third pick. That's how much I think the interest has grown in the horse, John. I think, and I'm not a punter, but I should have had something on at $17, shouldn't I?
Well, I think that, the market's just acknowledging that, if he does turn up and bring his A game, he's going to be in the race.
Yep.
And to be fair, when you look at the race, the top 2 are dominant in the market. And if you wanted to shy away from those, you sort of got to probably gravitate towards a horse like Maximal. So there's probably a few reasons for it, Andrew. There's nothing too sinister there apart from that, I would think.
I'm Thunderstruck at $4.50, Private Eye at $6, and then Maximal at $7, and Law of Indices for Annabelle Neesham is at $9. What are you going to do with Lions Raw, John?
He'll run on Saturday in the Rosehill Cup.
Have you been happy with him out the last run?
Oh, yeah, mate. His run the other day was fantastic. Just topped him off. You know, he's been a bit above weight because of his extended break, and I didn't want to give him an overly horrid spring. You know, I think he had a pretty strong autumn, so we're just being keen to have a nice spring and not overtax him. And I think he's going to be very competitive Saturday, Andrew. He's well weighted. He loves Rosehill. He ran very well in the Rosehill Guineas there last season. So, he worked beautifully this morning. So, yeah, we're really looking forward to him Saturday.
The other big races, the Classique Legend. Give us the latest around Lost and Running, John.
Oh, he's probably going to run his best race, the preparation Saturday, Andrew. All along I felt that, this is the one race where he could win. I just felt, early in the season he probably wasn't ready, and they, are unsuitable races in terms of the way that they're made up. And I thought that, the one race where he's, fourth up, 1300, Rosehill, probably not as much tempo as the previous races he'd been going, and opportunity to control. So, yeah, I thought this is an opportunity for him to win a race this prep,
And has he shown you that in track work?
Well, his best piece of work this preparation was this morning. So, yeah, he's doing sort of everything that we wanted him to do in terms of improving his time. We've asked him to do something.
Well, I will say the run in the Everest was very good, considering against hard, experienced horses. He was really fighting on, wasn't he?
He's a really tough, that quintessential tough, hardy Kiwi gelding, and he takes plenty of work, and he loves getting into a scrap, So he's just coming of age nicely.
And just finally, what are you thinking of Rocket Clock after the invitation run?
She's going to go. There's a lovely stakes race at Rosehill in 2 weeks for her,
Yep.
And just going to head there with her, and hopefully the competition's not as strong as what it was in the invitation,
Yeah, no, it was very strong with Ice Bath, Forbidden Love there around you. Good on you, John. I know it's busy on a Tuesday. Appreciate your time.
Always a pleasure, Andrew.
In sports news, there's one thing on everyone's lips, a $1 cheeseburger with Macca's 30 days, 30 deals.
Claim a distracting new deal every day of November only on the My Macca's app. See an app for today's delicious deal.